Were you wondering how some independent travel managers have been closing sales in their first week at Dreamport? In this video, I will be discussing 5 things to consider in selecting clients to work with at Dreamport. And this is from the bonus queue. Welcome once again to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Fatima. I am your host. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I sincerely appreciate all your subscriptions, your likes, and your comments. Thank you. Thank you so much. Starting newly as an independent travel manager can be tough and challenging, especially in the first weeks of work. But if you can follow these 5 tips, it will make closing sales much more easier in your first week at Dreamport. The first tip: select requests with international flights. What do I mean by this? So many people have been asking about their ongoing trainings. They have been leaving comments about how they've been trained and what is next. So let me give you like an exposition into what the next step looks like. After a couple of weeks training, after a lot of trainings that is building you to be an independent travel manager, the next step will be practicalizing this training. The next step will be taking this live to the passengers who actually need your services. So in this first weeks, what you'll be exposed to, it will be customers who have worked with the experienced independent travel managers. These customers were not closed because of one reason or the other. The sales were not realized because of one thing or the other. So we call this queue where all these customers who have previously worked with the experienced agents, we call it bonus queue. So from this bonus queue, you'll be able to select a couple of passengers that you intend to work with in order to make your first sale. So when you're trying to select this list of passengers, the first thing you should consider should be the passengers who are looking for international trips. They are looking for international travels. What do I mean by international? It means traveling from one continent to the other. So you're thinking, Fatima, what does that mean? Flight is flight, request is request. Well, from my experience, flight is not just flight, request is not just request. We have local flights, we have international flights. And when you're working on international flights, the chances of closing a bigger sale, the chances of getting a bigger commission is higher. So I will recommend, that will be my first tip when you're selecting clients to work with from the bonus queue. Select those that are looking for international travels. Don't select just local trips like from Miami to Atlanta, but instead select trips maybe like from Asia to United States. Those will earn you more profit. Tip number 2, select clients with fewer number of calls. So you're thinking, after all, I'm just faced with a numerous requests. Let me just pick a few of them and work on them. No, you should always consider the number of calls. So put yourself in the shoe of the passengers. A passenger who has been called almost 100 times and you're calling for the God knows, maybe 101 time. This customer is already frustrated, he's already hungry. Maybe he has even gotten his tickets and you're calling what position again? 101 time. Wow, that can be annoying to the customer. So try to pay attention to the number of calls that passenger has received. The fewer the calls, the higher chances of closing a sale with that customer. Point number 3, select those with positive feedback. Those with positive feedback. As you can see, on each of the travel requests, there will be some feedback from the previously worked on, that's the previous independent travel managers who have already worked on this request. They are leaving a comment. This passenger has canceled the trip and you're calling him. What do you intend to get there? Like to tell you for the 10th time that he has canceled this trip? Come on, pay attention to these comments made by the experienced independent travel managers. Point number 4. Select the return clients who had previous experience with our company, who have booked with our company before. So you're thinking, what difference does this make? I'm telling you, as a new independent travel manager, it makes a difference. A return client had already purchased tickets from our company. A return client had already booked a couple of trips with our company. They know how the company works. They know some things about our additional products. They know how everything works. You are the one who is new here. So it's always better to work with the return clients. It's much more easier to close, and they will earn you even much more profit. The 5th one, select clients with complete and correct contact information. Clients with complete and correct contact information. I would like to show you an example of what that looks like. Come with me. There is this client that I've worked with earlier. Let me see. When was that? That was last year. June last year. You can see the date. This passenger actually booked for 10 passengers. You can see 10 passengers. And you know how I closed the sale? I cannot remember making a lot of calls. It was mainly through the email. We were conversing through email. You can see I sent this passenger some quotes. My name is Fatima. I'm your personal travel expert. This passenger was looking, you can see the destination. I'm from the departure city. And I was able to send a couple of quotes to the passenger. We keep communicating through the email. You can see. What was the challenge with this passenger? She wants a flight with luggages. You can see. We couldn't get a request with luggages. So I was advising the passenger, okay, you guys can actually have the bags at the airport on the departure and also for the return. She was asking me how much that will cost, and you can see I tried to make some research and I got to know how much that will cost. I communicated with the passenger, and after that we were able to conclude on this flight request. I was able to close 10 good sales, 10 good tickets from this. That's what making sales looks like in Dreamport. Can you imagine if I don't have this passenger's correct email? How do we converse? How do I send him all these quotes? How does he respond to my messages? Make sure you have the correct contact information. This ranges from the phone number up to the email. Make sure all this is correct. In conclusion, asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of intelligence. Feel free to ask questions and drop your comments below in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. I am your host, Fatima.